and good morning and welcome to the brief on Newsfirst. I'm Priyanka Bosnet. Let's take a look at today's trending stories. Parliament was adjourned yesterday due to a lack of quorum. Our reporter says that the debate on the July strikers was halted midway as a result.
Newsfirst Parliament correspondent said the adjournment motion debate was proposed by UPFA parliamentarian Shantha Bandara. During the speech of MP Sumedha G. Jayasena, opposition members pointed out to the chair that there was no quorum in the House. When the quorum bell was rung, only 17 members, including the chair, were in the chamber at the end of the allotted time. As a result, the Deputy Speaker declared that there was no quorum and adjourned sittings until 1 p.m. tomorrow.
මන්ත්‍රීවරු 17 දෙනෙක් රැඳී සිටිනවා පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ කටයුතු හෙට පස්වරු 1 දක්වා කල් තබනු ලැබේ.
The haul of heroin that has been seized by customs along with 2 suspects have been handed over to the Police Anti-Narcotics Bureau. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana has said that investigations have commenced to locate those who have sent the haul of heroin to Sri Lanka.
92 packets of heroin were seized from a cargo container at the container yard in Urugodawata on Monday. According to customs, 5 persons were arrested during the raid. Among those arrested were the custodian of the container, the owner of the company that imported the container, and 3 wharf clerks. Last evening, Sri Lanka Customs handed over to us 2 suspects along with 93 kilograms and 700 grams of drugs. One of the suspects is a resident from Maradana while the other is from Gampula. We need to find this local agent and those who sent this haul to Sri Lanka. We need to apprehend them. After the revelations, we hope to arrest those who sent this haul from Pakistan.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa has launched a public grievance redress system for the members of the public to lodge complaints about problems in the state sector.
The initial phase of the scheme will incorporate 7 institutions, namely the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Environment, the Agrarian Development Department, the Forest Conservation Department, the Irrigation Department, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board, and the Wildlife Conservation Department. The scheme will enable members of the public to lodge complaints and resolve problems they face when obtaining services from these institutions and will be expanded to include other institutions in the future. Arrangements have been made for members of the public to be referred to the public services sections of the relevant institutions via the website www.complaints.gov.lk or by contacting the Government Information Centre on 1919. The scheme also includes a system whereby complaints can be monitored the current status of their complaints via SMS or email.
A special program was organised in Bad Taramulla in a bid to foster national unity and to ensure that a Black July never happens again.
The event to commemorate Black July took place at the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment and was attended by a number of public representatives.
The reputation our country had within the international community perished because of the 1983 Black July. The Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment has a far more greater responsibility than anyone else. We need to remember Black July and show the world that the government, the ministry and the bureau is preventing such an event from taking place again. No matter in what form extremism may attempt to rise, on a day when we mark that dark day, we need to condemn extremism.
මේ රට තුළ සිදුවෙච්ච බරපතලම සමාජ ඛේදවාචකය තමයි කළු ජූලි.
Black July is the darkest tragedy to happen in Sri Lanka in the 20th century. There are 4 or 5 persons in parliament who steered it and who protected those responsible. They may appear as peace envoys, but they have never sought forgiveness for the tragedy. The focal point of every political issue is what happened in July 1983. It was that incident that created the present situation.
නිර්මාණය කරනු ලැබුවේ
අපේ ඉකොනොමි එක පිටිපස්ස යන්න හේතු මොනවද? අද මලේසියාවේ
What are the reasons for economy to take a step back? There are Muslims, Tamils and Malays in Malaysia and also in Singapore. How did they revive the economy? If tensions are brought about between communities, it will be good for politics. They will use extremism to shy away from the public's issues. People will be engaged in extremism and will have no time for the revival of the economy. That is how Black July of 1983 commenced.
ජාතිවාදක පිටිපස්සේ බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. නමුත් රටේ ආර්ථික ගොඩ වෙනවද නැත්නම් කියලා මිනිස්සු බලන්න වෙලාවක් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි
Now let's take a look at today's foreign exchange rates. And that's a wrap of today's brief. I'm Priyanka Bosnet, reminding you to always stay briefed.